Hello, friends! It's Jasmine, the jazzy gray cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Say hi, Gracie.
Greetings, my good friends. Gracie here. Today, we're exploring the country of Hungary.
Gracie, that's a funny name for a country because it's also a word that can describe when we need food, hungry. People in Hungary aren't always hungry, are they? Because that would be awful.
I see what you mean, but the name Hungary did not come from people being hungry. Instead, it came from an old Latin word that describes a group of people who lived here. If you listen carefully, the two words are pronounced slightly differently: Hungary and hungry. Of course, Hungary has lots of delicious foods to try.
Wait, I get it. Say it with me, friends. Hungary, hungry. Got it.
Excellent, Jasmine and friends. Hungary, like Austria, is a landlocked country, meaning it's surrounded by other countries. The people speak Hungarian and English, of course. Hungarian is a very difficult language to learn because there are no other languages that are similar to it.
Wow! It's kind of like having your own secret language. But the flag is easy to remember. It has red, white, and green horizontal stripes. Horizontal means they go across. Vertical means up and down.
It's easy to get confused between horizontal and vertical. That was an excellent explanation, Jazzy. Now, the capital city is Budapest, where we will be visiting.
Great, because we will be able to see the Danube River again, just like in Austria and Germany. An unusual animal that lives in Hungary is the mouflon. It is a small, wild sheep. They don't look like the white woolly sheep that farmers have. These sheep have big, curved horns and a reddish-brown coat. I have some really cool facts. Wanna hear?
You know I always love new facts.
Great! Under their eyes, they have these large glands that has a sticky substance in them that mats their wool. Their cool horns grow their entire life, and whoever has the biggest horns is in charge of the herd. Now, this last one is kind of gross. To digest their food, the mouflon chew it, swallow it, then they bring it back up, chew it again, and then swallow it again.
That process is called regurgitation. Cows do this also.
Well, I'm glad we don't. Yuck. It's hard to find a mouflon because they're very shy. One place they do like to live is Lake Balafon, which is the largest lake in Central Europe.
I know you like playing with toys, Jasmine, but have you ever tried a Rubik cube? The inventor, Erno Rubik, is Hungarian. He invented the Rubik cube in 1974. The cube is a colorful 3D combination puzzle. To solve the puzzle, the player must match up the colors so that each side is only one color.
Oh, Gracie, I have tried to solve that cube, and I never have. I can never get all of the colors to match up.
Don't fret, Jasmine. It even took Rubik a month to solve his own puzzle. And get this, there are 43 quintillion ways to solve it. In case you're wondering, 43 quintillion is a 43 with 18 zeros behind it.
Jinkies, that is mind-blowing. Let's talk sports. The national sport here is water polo. It's like playing soccer in the water. Players try to get the ball into the goal. Each team has 6 players and a goalkeeper. It sounds like it's not hard to play, but it is. First of all, you have to be able to hold your breath for a long time. And get this, the players must always be floating. They aren't allowed to touch the bottom of the pool, ever. You have to be a really great swimmer. I'm sure I would be excellent if I like to get wet. But since I don't, I'll just cheer on the players. You can tell the teams apart by their caps. One team wears dark blue caps, the other white caps. Goalies wear blue and red or white and red caps.
Yes, not wanting to get wet would hold you back in this sport. The Hungarian Olympic water polo team is considered to be the best in the world. But the Hungarians are not only good at water polo. They have won 496 Olympic medals and at least one gold from every Olympics they have competed in. Impressive.
It is. But so is the capital city, Budapest. Look, Gracie, there is a river going right down the center of the city.
That's right, Jasmine. The Danube River divides the city into two parts, Buda and Pest.
I get it. That makes Budapest.
It most certainly does. The two sections are connected by several bridges. Buda has many hills, and Pest is fairly flat. Why don't we take the funicular train up the hill to the Buda castle?
Oh, I don't think so. That's too scary a place for me.
Now, Jasmine, what do you mean? At one time, royalty lived in the castle, but now it's a library and a museum.
Maybe it is now, but I heard that Count Dracula was a prisoner down in the maze under the castle.
Jasmine, that's a legend and not true at all. He was a prisoner in a castle over 25 miles away from here.
If you say so, but I would rather go to Margaret Island. It's now named after Saint Margaret, who lived on the island as a nun. But its first name used to be the Island of Rabbits because it was used for hunting. I'm glad they don't do that here anymore. Those poor cute bunnies. Come on, our first stop is the music fountain. Do you hear that music? It's the Beatles. But they don't just play rock music, they play all kinds like classical and kids' music. And look at the water. At night, it's lit up with colored lights. Wow, it is super cool. What would you like to see?
My choice is the hot baths. Over 100 natural hot springs are found in Budapest. So let's head over to the Palatinus baths. We can play in the spring waters in the pools. We can choose from water that is cold, cool, or hot.
That will be fun. Icy slides and a wave pool, too. It's also a great place to curl up in the sun and take a cat nap. Wake me when you're done, Gracie.
Wake up, Jasmine. Are you ready for a snack?
You bet. A good nap always makes me hungry for some Hungarian food.
Why don't we try Hungarian goulash? You will enjoy this tasty stew of meat and vegetables that is seasoned with the spice paprika. Paprika is made from dried red peppers, but it's not spicy hot.
You're right. Like Goldilocks says, it's just right. Yummy. Gracie, did you know there are cowboys in Hungary? I thought cowboys just lived in our American West. But these cowboys ride around on horses, just like ours.
Hungary had cowboys before we did. Hungarian cowboys are called sikos.
Seacoast. That's a fun word. Can you say it with me, friends? Seacoast. What else do you know about them?
These cowboys have been taking care of Hungarian gray cattle and sheep and have even fought off invaders on the steppes and wetlands of eastern Hungary for over 1,000 years. To help defend themselves, they taught their horses how to heel, sit, and lie down on command.
Oh my gosh, Gracie, that sounds like how we train dogs.
Yes, it does, but these commands were important in battles. When the horses would sit, they were a smaller target and would provide protection for their riders. When they would lie down, they would disappear in the long grass that covers the steppes.
Steps? I didn't think grass grew on steps. And how can horses ride up stair steps?
Oh, Jasmine, the steppes the cowboys rode on were flat, grassy areas, not steps in a house.
Oh, good. I was worried. Horses shouldn't climb up steps. But I am excited to visit a real horse farm and see the cowboys. Gracie, these cowboys aren't wearing cowboy hats or cowboy boots. They're wearing bright blue shirts, wide-legged pants, and wide-brim hats with feathers on them.
Yes, they do dress differently than our cowboys. And look how they're riding, bareback, no saddle. Do you hear the crack of that whip? In the past, the sound of the whip was to get the horses used to the sound of guns. Now the whips are just part of the show.
Whoa! Do you see that? That cowboy is steering 5 horses while standing on the backs of 2 other horses. That is truly amazing. a super show to finish up our trip to Hungary. So of course we must do cowboy jokes. Ready? Why did the cowboy adopt a dachshund?
He wanted a hot doggy?
No, Gracie. He wanted to get along, little doggy.
Ah, I get it. Now, how did the cowboy know his cattle were behind him without looking?
They were mooing too loudly?
Nice guess, but he heard them.
Oh, I get it. Like a herd of cows. My favorite place was Margaret Island and the music fountain. How about you?
I like seeing the cowboys in their fancy outfits. How about you, friends? What was your favorite place? Don't forget to tell someone you love all about it.
That's right. And come back next time for Poland. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. See you next time.